Welcome back, everybody. I'm Happy Tangent, and we're at part 11, 12, 13. One of these days I'm going to start remembering. And we're going to finish off walking around and talking to the neighbors. And I want to call it White Castle every time, Whitechapel. Alright. Looks like right around the corner is where they want us to go. I don't know what that is. And there might be a new fella right here. He doesn't look familiar with his bowler hat. Let's just double check. I guess
Good evening,
should have
sir.
zoomed on him.
Do you remember me?
If you're here for a reward,
It's
you'll
him.
be sorely disappointed.
Slumlord.
But I'll gladly shake the hand of a fellow countryman.
I'm not here for a bounty. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed from the Pembroke.
A doctor? In Whitechapel? What an opportunity. My name's Bates. Cadogan Bates.
Do you require assistance, Mr. Bates?
Not me, but your skills could help a lot of people round here. That would help my business, because I say a live tenant's a paying tenant.
It sounds like Filch. Alright,
Since I took an oath to help people, can I be of
He has a
assistance?
cough or something.
Well, seen better days, that's for sure. But it was bound to happen with all these refugees about.
Alright, yep, give me a minute.
Infecting you is probably the last thing on these people's minds. Take this, in any case.
What? You give me this for free? Don't have a clue about this place, do you?
Alright. Let's do a medical checkup. Yep, doing good.
You seem to have recovered well since your attack. Do you ever think about what happened to you?
Not much. It was a fucking nightmare. Savages, absolute bloody savages. Their appearance. Jesus. It made me want to puke.
You'd better not come back here. I won't be around next time to save you. I want to know everything about the recent violence, Cadogan. And I want the truth.
Well, rent may be a bit high, and yeah, I've had to evict a few people. But that's business, isn't it?
Take this as my final warning. You will not profit from the misery of others. Business is one thing, but what you do is quite another.
Really? What you gonna do? You ain't from here. You ain't Whitechapel, Doctor. You wouldn't know the first thing about playing dirty, even if you wanted to.
I'm gonna knock him out. Oh, we got lots.
Tell me, what's your honest opinion of the increasing violence in London?
People are just beginning to discover what we've always known. This city's rotten to the core. They just took their bloody time to wake up and notice it.
What do you mean?
People are acting like the violence is news. But it's always been savage down here. It just bubbles to the surface every now and again.
What is your business exactly?
I offer fair lodgings for a modest price to the poor and weary of Whitechapel.
I see. And what about those who cannot pay?
Well, deals can be done, if you know what I mean. Money's not the only currency. After all, I'm not immune to a pretty face.
Okay.
In other words, you take advantage of these poor lost souls.
Begging your pardon, I thought you was a man who could appreciate the complexity of the modern world. Things ain't just black and white, you know.
It's unusual to see someone so happy around here, especially considering the current situation.
Ha! Why should I be sad now? There've always been wars, disease, tragedy. There always will be.
That's an unusual way of seeing things in these trying times.
I don't see why I should shed a tear for another man's woes. I'm healthy, and I intend to stay so.
What help could I possibly be to your business?
That's simple. I already get good money from all those fleeing the war. Can you imagine what they'd be willing to pay if I could offer medical assistance too?
Mr. Bates, do not make me regret saving your life in this quarantine zone.
I understand, Dr. Reed, you're from a good family. Don't want to get your hands dirty. That's fine. I'll be happy to act as your middleman.
Huh, these almost seem all to be negative. You don't want dubious associate. I've no interest in money. You're despicable. The other two almost seem like you don't want any part of it, so we're just gonna go with this.
I'm no saint, but to take advantage as you do, you are a despicable man who could only prosper in these dark times.
So it's a no then. That's too bad. The Reed tonic could have really helped people, you know, save lives. Isn't that what you do? I mean, people buy that Swamber's shit.
And last.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane. She's a nurse. What can you tell me about her?
Dorothy Crane, bless her soul. I really should thank her someday.
Has she treated you?
No. When I need a checkup, I'd go to a bloody doctor, not some back alley clinic full of sick foreigners.
Tell me truthfully, why are you so thankful?
By keeping my tenants alive, she's making me a rich man. Every month they live, it's more coin in my pocket.
Goodbye, Mr. Bates.
Alright. Well, we got in the medicine we talked about. We need to eventually make our way to a workbench so we can just go ahead and make everything. That way we just happen to have it on us. I don't remember where we saw Colossus Joe and his son. Is this the... I feel like it was a little farther ahead. Find and talk to Darius Petrescu. Okay. They must have been off some other pathway. 9, 8. See how much we can take out of the 8. They are. Oh, now we got purses. Still, we're just gonna call him werewolf. Still a werewolf around here. We, split off from the main path. I do like to try to get some combat in these episodes, but really all I'm doing is, exploring, because that's something I do in all of these games. Alright. There he is, he's down below. I don't think there's like a drop down attack, because I kind of wish there was for these moments when you have the upper ground. Where is he at exactly? Oh, there he is. Easy peasy. And he drops something. Blood sample. Exterminator talking somewhere. Oh, another wolf. Oh boy, he made a lot of blood. Oh, he's on me.
No shipping.
Dang, this dude's armored up. Dang it. Whoa! Shit. Oh, wrong guy. Boy, the range on that isn't the best.
Don't like that.
There we are. Okay. That's a little different. I don't know what that guy was spraying there, but he was not near as weak defensively as those other guys that are gas masked up. Oh, here we are. This is where Colossus Joe and all that was. How do you get here, though? What pathway did I not take? Alright, well, no reason to go towards the main quest since we actually found all these other people to talk to. I'm sure everyone's excited. Get a little more talking done.
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what
Scary
you're
woman.
selling. But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
I don't judge you. You should try to find a job. Yeah, yeah.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly. But it is not your concern, Doctor.
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed, or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
Do you need any assistance, Miss Popper?
It depends on the price of your medicine.
Okay, so she just has fatigue, something we've easily made earlier.
I will see you later.
Okay. We did all these, yep. This one might have had a new one.
Christina, have you been...
I don't like doctor.
Okay. Did we do
Christina,
this?
I don't like...
Okay, I did it twice now. Client's up.
You can put your own life in.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crăciunescu. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
Goodbye, miss.
Alright, lady of the night. What are you doing? You peeping on somebody?
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
He didn't want nothing to do with Dorothy Crane's blackmail.
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby?
I believe the situation can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
No.
I must confess, some of my rational views have been shaken by recent events.
I'll remember to stay away from the district's roughest streets then.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
If no one stops it, this epidemic could turn into a scourge. It may kill more people than the war itself.
Yes, this is another kind of war, but just as deadly. History will judge us all for what we did and what we did not.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth? I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Should unlock something. Oh, okay. Well, we had to think pop.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby.
But it wasn't a hint.
Farewell.
Alright. Oh, what's this? A small flower bouquet with a voucher for a free medical checkup hidden between the flowers. Dang it! I was hoping. I saw the flower and I was excited that like somehow that might have something to do with my plant needing water, which doesn't make sense, but I was hoping. Alright. Saw somebody over here. There she is, and she's the flower lady.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly. I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Camellia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever.
Well, we're not getting a lot out of her.
Very well.
That's a first. Alright, same deal. Something's hidden in the flowers. What about this gate? We can open it. 14. We might go that way in a second. Then we start getting to where they might be too high level to fight if there's multiple. He's right there.
Get them weapons ready!
Here come the rest.
Vermin! Shit, that leech!
That guy was hitting me with fire. Nobody else? Nobody? I almost think if I go this way, I get close to that Thelma thing. Who's gonna stop and let me get him? Oh, I forget that they call me a leech. Ah, dang, 2 good hits missed.
Too fucking fast! Christ, he's dead!
He's hitting me with the flame. Alright, where are we? I really think we should be close to that Thelma thing. Let's just equip it real quick. Which would be... I don't always do that. Alright, here we go. Yeah, 40 meters away. You know what? That'll be what we try to end this episode on. Let's see. We're taking out these higher levels. We got a better feel for our combat. So let's see about at least getting her mission done. Okay. 30-some that way. What is this? Oh, here we go. Here's a hideout. You know what? Let's craft some stuff. Fatigue, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, cold. We don't want to make too many. Let's make a second. Now this is when they get way more difficult and waste a bunch. Let's not do purple yet, but let's go ahead and make 1. Make 1. Okay. What does this one do? Regenerate 60 bloods instantly. Okay. That's what we're using. Oh, we gained a new one. Let's see what we're dealing with here. 3 good handle parts, and we'd be able to get this. Alright, we'll remember that in case we see a merchant selling. I don't think any of this stuff will break down to good handle parts. Can't imagine it would. Okay. Probably the refill does us no good because we don't use ammo. Alright, 30 some meters that way. That 17's got to be near here somewhere though that I saw. If I jumped down right in front of him. We might have jumped down right to where we were. You know what? We're going to go for it in the episode.
I'll take it!
Dang it, I saw him running too. Oh, that takes out so much. Dang it. There, see, he went for it again. Ah, I was trying to beat him with the last punch. Woo! Alright. We cleared the area earlier that scared us off. Okay. And 16 meters above. As long as we don't run into... And we probably will run into some more of them, actually. Since the mission didn't end there. Okay. I didn't do any cheap tactics there, I don't think, so I feel pretty good about that. I mean, yeah, I run and I kite, but it's different than like resetting the fight. Okay, they want me to go up, so let's just make sure we're not missing anything. Alright. There we go. It should be good there. Might have ran by something here. Yep. Good. Got the purple pills. It's getting dark in here. Got a 17 for sure. Alright. Okay, I see what they want us to find. So that's, we got a new Prywin steak. Sure, it's just a new, yep, and just probably better steak than what we got at the beginning of the game that we actually used in probably the very first episode and then never used again. Okay. Let us see what we have here for Thelma. And, ooh, something to read. Wouldn't be an episode without something to read. Wait, what's happening here? What was that? Oh no, now I gotta find it. Usually always goes to here. Job refusal letter. Can't be the bloody diary. Let's just see what it says. See if it sounds familiar. Dear Mr. Peterson, it is my duty to inform you of a refusal to accept your application for a job at the dockyard. I must thank you for the time spent at the office explaining the difficulty of your situation, your little ill boy, and the loss of your beloved wife. It is also my duty to point out the policy of our company, which expressly reproves the employment of former criminals or convicts. Your unfortunate connections with the ill-famed wet boot boys have been duly noted. These are hard times, sir, and Finch and Harper intend to reward first the candidates who pass a small inquiry while we conduct about our future employees. You have my deepest sympathy, and may God be with you and your family. Sincerely, R.D. Harper. Alright, hope. It looks like that must be new, because now we got the hint, so now I don't feel so bad. Alright, here we go. What do we got? Report about Pembroke. 2nd of November, Scott Lewis Cagney. To Mr. Jeffrey McCullum, Object Pembroke Hospital Survey, Vampire Activity. Sir, having observed the Pembroke Hospital for 2 weeks now, and we can confirm vampire activity there. First, we now have the proof of the presence of a female leech inside the hospital. The beast is clever. She acts like a mental patient to hide her true unholy condition. I personally sneaked inside the hospital and heard the creature whining about her need for blood since her body is decaying. But it gets worse. The administrator of Pembroke Hospital is Dr. Swansea. According to our team leader, Amanda Tilton, who died yesterday in a fight against the Skull by the canal, he may be a member of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. If that's true, then there may be something big going on at that Pembroke. Maybe even a nest of vampires, protected by those bloody traitors of the Stole. We don't know what to do, but we are convinced you better come quickly with reinforcements and heavy gear. Alright. I really hope, and I'm sure she's not, but I really wish Thelma really was a vampire. Alright, well, that's going to do it for that episode. I'm glad we came here. It's still crazy that I'm a level 9. I'm taking out, 15s, 16s, and 17s. Like, there is no difficulty slider, so, But we have 2200 XP. So, I mean, even if we got a whole bunch of 600s, that's almost 4 levels right there if we get a little more XP before we level. So, all of a sudden, we're going to be at least an 11 or 12 the next time I go level up. That's going to do it for this episode. Please like and subscribe. I'm Happy Tangent. We'll see you in the next one.